Hello everyone. How are you all after 2 days of gap, right? Yes. How was your Saturday and Sunday? Yes, it was nice. Not good. Huh? Okay, it was good. Nice. Okay, nice. Okay. So we'll start today's lecture. And what is special about today's lecture, guys? Today's lecture, somebody is going to win this. Yes, because today, whatever I had taught in the last week, we are going to take quiz out of that segment. What I told you, this elements of company law chapter is covering two segments. So one we had already completed. I told you to revise. And hello. So I told you to revise and come today. So we'll have quiz today as this is the MCQ paper. Okay. And I'll see the one who is going to win this. Online student, you are also invited for this. Okay. Link is shared in the description. You can join that link and the quiz will be at the end of the class before 15 minutes. Okay. Yes. So, yes, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Namaste, Namaskara. This is CS Aarti Panigrahi, your mentor for the business law and management directly live from the heritage city, Mysuru. So, let's start today's lecture where we are going to read the other segment of this elements of company law. We had completed the basic and all, and today we will talk about the board of directors. We will see the types of directors. We'll see here what is quorum, what is the board meetings. These all things we are going to see in the further lecture. Okay. So let's start with the board of directors, guys. Okay. Initially, I had told you the company is an artificial person. So the person, natural person are managing the company. Okay. Who will be that management? So we used to tell the people who are managing the company, they are called the management or board of director. Okay. Some people are managing the company on the day-to-day basis and some people are, too much noise is there. Yes, some people are the part of the board and they used to manage the company. They take the decision regarding the company's policy or any kind of businesses. So they participate in the board meeting. So we are going to see and learn about the directors today. Okay. Yes. So board of directors. A company is an artificial legal person and therefore cannot act on its own. It functions through human agencies known as directors. Okay. Section 2 subsection 34 is defining about the directors. Okay. Any individual can become the director, not a company or firm. They cannot become the director. Who can become the natural person? Individual can become the director, but any company and firms cannot become the director. Okay. So the section is what? Section 2 subsection 34. So an artificial person company is managed by the human agencies and that is called the board of directors. So the person entrusted with the management of company affairs are called directors. Collectively they are known as board of directors or board. Okay. The directors are considered the brain of the company. They are utilizing their intellect to make the strategic decisions of the company. Okay. So brain of the company, because they take important managerial and policy decisions related to the company. So the board exercises the powers collectively through what, guys? If they are board of director, there are board meetings, they have to come and give their decision. So in the board meetings, they decide the things. Okay. So the further we are going to see the board meeting section and all, and how many meetings a company should have in a year. Okay. How much gap should be there. These all things we are going to see. So the board exercises its power by what, guys? There are board meetings in the company and committee meetings are also there, formed for specific purposes. Please note down, which is not here. So committees. So you can note down this: audit committee, NRC, SRC. Okay. So audit committee, what they used to do, what NRC do, and what SRC do. Okay. So audit committee finalize what, guys? Audit committee appoint and remove the auditor and review the financial statement. Approval for the RPT. RPT is the what? Related party transaction. At your executive level, you are going to see RPT in detail, related party transaction. Okay. So audit committee functions are what, guys? Appointment and removal of auditor, review of financial statement, and approval of the related party transaction. So this audit committee will give the recommendation to the board. Are you getting? Board of directors. So this audit committee will give the recommendation regarding all these matters to the board of director or to the board. Now the nomination and remuneration committee. So this committee, what they used to do, this committee functions are appointment and removal of director and KMPs, okay, key managerial personnel, and they fixed and revise of remuneration of directors and KMP. What they recommend, guys? They appointment and removal of directors and fixation of the remuneration of director. Which committee will do? NRC, nomination and remuneration committee will do. Okay. So fixation and revision, if there is any kind of changes, is there any kind of revision, so this committee used to do, NRC committee. Okay. And they recommend to the board. Then this committee used to do the preparation of successor plan for the organization. And SRC, stakeholders relationship committee. This committee evaluation of the board and its effectiveness. This board of directors, this BOD is effective or not, how much effective, who will do this? SRC will do. Okay. So evaluation of board and its effectiveness. And stakeholders relationship committee take care the grievances of the stakeholders and shareholders. If whatever the shareholders are facing any kind of difficulty, so who take care? Which committee take care, guys? SRC take care. Okay. Yes. So this board exercises its power through board meeting and committee meetings for the specific purposes. According to section 2 subsection 10 of the Companies Act 2013, board of directors or board means the collective body of director of the company, collective body of the directors. Okay. Minimum and maximum number of directors. Now, according to section 149 subsection 1 of the Companies Act, you will see which kind of company should have minimum number of directors. Now, if we are talking about the public company, okay, so how many minimum directors should be there, guys? How many? Minimum 3 directors should be there. If we are talking about the private company, minimum how many? 2 directors. And if we are talking about OPC 1-person company, how much? 1 director. Okay. Public 3, private 2, and OPC 1. Okay. Now, this was about the minimum director. Now, maximum number of directors. A company can appoint maximum 15 directors. Okay. Any company can appoint maximum 15 directors. A company may appoint more than 15 directors also. But how? How? By the special resolution in general meeting. General meeting is for whom, guys? So special resolution is the resolution. It happened by the 3/4 of majority and or 75% voting of the shareholders. Then we can pass the special resolution. Are you getting? Okay. If there are 100 shareholders, at least 3/4 should be voted in the favor of that matter. Then we used to tell that this is the special resolution passed. Okay. In general meeting. So if a company wanted to increase the number of directors more than 15 directors, what they have to do? They have to pass the special resolution. They have to take the consent of the 75% of the shareholders. Are you getting this? Yes? Done? Now, approval of central government is not required for this special resolution and for such appointment. Okay. So, approval, you have not to take approval from the government to increase the number of the directors. Okay. Did you get this special resolution by the 3/4 majority? Okay. Now, number of directorship. According to section 165 of the Companies Act 2013, a person can hold how many maximum directorship, guys? 20. Okay. A person can become how many director? Maximum, how many directorship they can hold? Any person, even the company secretaries. You can also become the director. Yes. Okay. So any director, they can, the holding should be maximum how much? 20 companies, including the alternate directorship. What is alternate directorship? In detail, you are going to study in the CS executive. I'll just let you know that alternate directorship is what? If any director in a company, if that director is absent from the company and that person is out of India for maximum 3 months, so that person have to suggest or recommend to the company to appoint a director at the place of that director till the time he is not coming back to company. Are you getting? If any director who is out of the country for maximum how many months? 3 months. So that person, that director can recommend to the company, to the board, to appoint alternate director till the time that director is not holding his position. That is called the alternate director. Alternate word is telling the alternative. Okay, substitute of someone. Yes. So out of this, so maximum how many directorship? 20, including what, guys? Including alternate directorship. Out of these directorship in public company, now guys, out of these directorship in public company and private company which are holding or subsidiary of public companies cannot exceed 10. I had made it little easy for you. So total directorship, both public and private, how many directorship? 20, including alternate. Then out of this 20, public and subsidiary of public company. Though a private company can also become the, if a private company is a subsidiary of public company, it will be treated as a public company. Okay. So out of this 20, public and subsidiary of the public company should not be more than how much? 10. Out of 20, public and subsidiary of public, the directorship should not be more than how much, guys? 10. Out of this 10, it should not be more than 7 in any listed company. Okay? Yes. And company can, now this you got it. Yes. The last point is what? The limit may further be restricted by members through special resolution. You will tell, now you told ma'am to increase the number, we have to take special resolution. Even we can restrict the number. For whom? Not for the company. If you want that your company director should not be member of other company, you can put that restriction. Are you getting? Are you getting? Any person can become at least in 20, public and private. But you can restrict the directorship. If a company willing to restrict the directorship of their director, what they have to do? They have to pass the special resolution, guys. They have to pass the special resolution. This point. The limit may further be restricted by members through special resolution. Okay. So this is all point I had given here. Company by special resolution can restrict the above limit for their directors. Are you getting? Yes. So next is what, guys? That a directorship in a dormant company is not counted while calculating the limit of 20 directorship. In 20 directorship, you are including alternate directorship, but you are not including dormant company's directorship. What is a dormant company? For your knowledge, I'll just tell you that dormant company, if anybody wanted to start a company and they wanted to hold the asset for the future projects, immediately they don't want to start the business, but they are getting good property. They wanted to do the legal formalities before. Okay, they are taking the proactive steps. So what they can take? They can take a status of the dormant company from the ROC that this company is there, but when they are starting the operation in the future, this kind of company is called dormant company, which is not doing any kind of significant transactions right now. So if somebody is more than 20 somebodies are there in the dormant company, you will not count into the 20 numbers. Are you getting? So we will include alternate, but we can exclude dormant companies directorship. Okay, na? Yes. Next is what? Resident director. Resident director, according to section 149, subsection 3, every company must have at least one director who stays in India. For in your board, there should be at least one person who should be the resident director. So as per 149 subsection 3, every company must have at least one director who stays in India for not less than 182 days during the previous financial year. Are you getting? How many days he should be in India? At least 182 days. Now, in case of newly incorporated company, now one company is there that is newly incorporated company, the requirement applies proportionately for that financial year. What does it mean? The company is not even 1 year. In 1 year, what is the criteria? 182 days. But this company is formed just 6 months before. Then you will count 182 days. No, proportionately, how many months the company had, the company is registration happened, you will check it in this many months. Accordingly, proportionately, instead of 182 days, how many days that director should be here? So they said that in 365 days, how many days the director should be here? 182 days. If that company is only 100 days old, then what will happen? Yes. So what you will do? That you have to multiply with this, and whatever will come, that days will be the proportionate days for resident director. Got it? Got it this? Yes? Resident director. Okay. Now woman director. Okay. So under section 149, subsection 1, read with the rule 3 of the company's appointment and qualifications of director rules 2014. The following companies must appoint at least one woman director every listed company. So one woman director in every listed company, it is compulsory. Okay. And other kind of the company, which is the public company, having the criterias are there, that paid up share capital of how much? Rupees 100 crore or more, and turnover rupees 300 crore or more. This kind of public company should also appoint the woman director. Are you getting? In listed company, compulsory. I had been director for woman director for 3 listed company. Okay. So as I told you, being a CS, you can also become the director. So guys, here every listed company have to appoint a woman director, and other which kind of company should appoint the woman director? The paid up share capital criteria is 100 crore or more, and turnover criteria is 300 crore or more. These kind of company should also appoint the at least one woman director. Got it? Yes. Casual vacancy is what? If any director, woman director, what is the casual vacancy? In the case of retirement or death. So that is called the casual vacancy, guys. If any director is, if in a company the casual vacancy created, say suppose somebody died or somebody retired, they left the directorship, then what? Any intermittent vacancy of woman director must be filled by next board meeting or within 3 months, whichever is later. So when the vacancy created, then what you have to see maximum in how many months you have to appoint the other woman director. In how many months, guys? 3 months, or in the next board meeting, whichever is later. If board meeting will be first, you are not able to appoint. Say suppose casual vacancy happened in January, in February board meeting is there, now you are not able to appoint, then till what time you will wait? Maximum 3 months. If the 3 months happened till you had not appointed, then in the next board meeting. Okay. Yes. So this is about woman director. Are you getting? Yes. Yes. Okay. Next is what? Independent director, guys. Independent director. According to section 2, subsection 47, an independent director means, by the name, what you are getting? Independent director means what? The director is having any connection with the company? No, that director should not have any kind of connection with the company. He should be free from all the connection with the company. That is what? The director should prove the independence of his directorship. Okay. So according to section 2, subsection 47, an independent director means a director referred to in section 149, subsection 6 of the Companies Act 2013. An independent director is neither a managing director nor a full-time director. Okay. Not an MD or not a MD or full-time director, nor nominee director. Okay. Okay. Right now for your syllabus, if I wanted to elaborate it, but with the limitation of time, like it is there in your CS executive in detail. Right now you understand the whole time director, by the name of whole time director, what you are getting? The whole time director is participating in the company and they are getting the remuneration if they are the whole time director. Independent director, what they get, guys? When they are attending the board meeting, guys, when they are attending the board meetings, that time they are getting the sitting fees. They don't get the remuneration. This is the basic difference. Try to understand. What is that? Whole time director is what? They are getting the remuneration, and in the independent director, they will get the sitting fees. Done? Yes. So, and nominee director, any banks, if they are giving loan to the company to take care of their investment, if they are investing in a company to take care of their investment, they appoint the nominee director in that company. They are from these financial institutions. Nominee director. Okay. So independent director is neither a managing director nor a whole-time director nor nominee director and should not have material or pecuniary. What is pecuniary? Monetary. Okay, there should be no monetary connection with the company. So material means what? Any kind of big or material connection or monetary connection should not be there in the company. The purpose of appointing independent director is to ensure why there should be independent director in the board, guys, so that if the whole time director and the person who are taking say suppose MD or executive director, whole-time director, if they are taking remuneration from the company, there might be chances to do any kind of fraud. So if there are independent director, what will happen? They will not be biased because the investors, shareholders, money is invested in that company. So they will not be biased, guys. What they will do? They will keep a transparency. If any decision they will take, no, it will be independent. Why it will be independent? Tell me. They are only getting the sitting fees. For sitting fees, any person is not going to do the fraud in the company. Are you getting? So, to maintain transparency, fairness, corporate governance. What is corporate governance? I had already taught you. Yes. Prankru. Hi. Mayank Gupta. Hello. Yes. Oh, Prakru. Not Prakru. Yes. Okay, guys. So, what is the transparency, fairness? Corporate governance is what? What is corporate governance? Mayank Gupta. Alfonza. Yes. Hi, Alfonza. What is corporate governance? Yes, guys. Huh? Legal formalities, obeying, fulfilling the legal formalities. Hi, Namrata. Hello, Namrata. Yes. So, what is the corporate governance? What is the other word for that? What is the other word for that? Compliances. Very good. Being a CS, you are going to become a compliance officer. Yes, what is that? Compliance officer or corporate governance is what? The legal formality imposed by the regulators. The legal formalities imposed by the regulators and complied by the company is called the corporate governance or compliances. अरे भाई ये तुम्हारा ABCD है CS people. Don't ruin the ICSI का जो मोटिव है ना, विजन एंड मिशन. ओके So guys, the corporate governance and compliances, I told you last lecture also, this lecture also, are you getting registering in your mind? Yes, our online fellows, are you getting the meaning of corporate governance, the legal formalities imposed by the regulators and comply by the company through company secretary? Yes. Okay, Alfonza. Yes, madam. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So guys, this was about that an independent director keeps the transparency, fairness, corporate governance, and protection of stakeholders' interest, because independent director is not having any kind of monetary interest in the company. Okay. Qualification and condition of an independent director. An independent director must integrity and expertise. Why somebody will appoint you in their company? If you have the expertise of related matters. If you are in a company, you are having some expertise and knowledge to, so that you can invest, you can give your knowledge to the board or for the strategic decision for the of the company. So any independent director must it should the person of integrity and expertise, be a person of integrity, possesses relevant expertise and experience. No promoter relationship. Now this independent director should not be a relative of the promoters. Okay. Otherwise they can bring to give the independent decision. No, that decision will not be independent, guys. Okay. So he should not be promoter of the company, and it is not related to promoters or directors. This applies to holding company, subsidiary company, and associate company also. Okay. Now, no pecuniary relationship. Pecuniary already I told. What is this kind of relationship? Monetary relationship. So, the director should not have any material pecuniary relationship with the company, with the promoter, with any director, or in any company, holding subsidiary or associate company during preceding financial years. Okay. Now, restrictions relating to relative. Not only independent director, guys, not only independent, their relatives should also not have relatives. So, this topic is telling about the relatives of the independent director. Okay. Relatives of independent director should not hold substantial security. Securities is what? Shares, shares, bond, debenture, etc. Okay. So the director's relative should also not hold substantial, means a major part of security should not be held by the director's relative also. Okay. And they should not take, they should not be indebted to the company, means from the company there should be no loan to the relative, means the relative should not have any kind of loan from the company. And this relative should also not provide any kind of guarantees amount for any kind of monetary transaction. So not only independent director, there is a restriction for whom? Relatives also. Okay. Yes. Now employment restrictions, guys. Now neither the director nor the relative should have, they should not hold KMP position, be employees of the company. They cannot become the employee, they cannot become the KMP. Who will be the KMP? MD, CEO, CA, CS. Okay. So they should not be the employee of the company, and they should not be associated with the auditing or consulting firm having substantial transactions with the company. Means this independent director and relative should not be connected with these things. They should not hold the KMP position, they should not hold the employee position. Yes. Then guys, voting power restriction. The independent director together with the relative should not hold more than 2% of voting power. How much is allowed, guys? 2% of the voting power maximum is allowed. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So then qualification under Rule 5, an independent director should possess knowledge and experience in fields such as finance, law, management, marketing, corporate governance, administration, technical operation, research, or any discipline related to company businesses. So the independent director should possess some specific kind of knowledge which they can contribute to the specific kind of industry or company. Okay. So basically these knowledge should be there related to finance, law, management, marketing, corporate governance, administration, technical operation. Okay. Yes. Then minimum number of independent directors. Listed public company. Every listed public company must have at least one third. If there will be 3 directors, then How much? At least one director should be independent director. Okay, so 1/3 should be in the board independent director of total director as independent director. Did you get this? Yes. Then certain public companies, the following public companies must appoint minimum 2 independent, public companies should appoint minimum 2 independent directors. Now, companies having paid up share capital of rupees 10 crore or more and turnover of rupees 100 crore or more, outstanding loans of 50. So, this criteria of paid up share capital 10 crore, turnover 100 crore, and what is the outstanding loan? Debenture. Debenture is also the debt instrument, loan from the people. When the company issue the debenture, they are taking the investment as a loan. Okay, so deposit exceeding not 50 crore. So they should also appoint how many independent director in the company, guys? At least 2 independent directors. Okay. 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 So director elected by the small share. This was about the independent director, guys. Now director elected by the small shareholders. Okay, the small shareholders who are having a very minimum shareholding in the company, to protection, to solve their grievances, they should have a director in the company. It will be elected by whom, guys? Small shareholder. Okay, so they will protect the welfare of these small shareholders. Okay, their investment. So, this director will take care of the investment of the small shareholders. Okay. So, according to section 151 of the Companies Act 2013, every listed company may have one director elected by the small shareholders. For the purpose of this section, small shareholders means which kind of shareholders, guys? Small shareholder means a shareholder holding share of nominal value not exceeding 20,000 or such other amount as may be prescribed. So nominal value or face value, this is mentioned in the MOA. Okay, so nominal on the face of the share certificate or on the face of the share, to create that share, how much is value, how much is the cost, that is called the face value or nominal value. But when with the premium it is sold in the market, that is called the market value of that share. In between, premium concept is there, that concept is not required here. Okay, but to create that share, the cost of the share or the face value of the share, say suppose it can be 10 rupees. Okay, but it can be sold in the market in 100 rupees. What about this 90 rupees, guys? This is what premium. Okay, so this will be the market value and this will be the face value or nominal value. Okay, so who will be the small shareholders? The small shareholders who will hold the share of nominal value not exceeding 20,000 or such other amount as may be prescribed. Okay, so the provision aims to protect interests of the small investors, ensure representation of the minority shareholders, and strengthen the corporate governance. Yes. So shall we start our quiz today? Yes. So this is quiz time, guys. Yes, you can also join. The link is there in the description. Please join and you are going to get this today. This is the MCQ paper. You are going to get these rewards. Okay. So in coming classes also, so that let's have a recap of your knowledge, how much you had revised, okay, from this topic. An interesting and simple topic, guys. You can join the link, Mentimeter. Yes, Mayank Gupta. Okay. The first question is on your screen. Online buddies, are you ready? Shall we start? A company can sue in its name, be sued by others, not make the managing director and other director liable to be sued for dues against a company or all of the above. Yes. So what is, we'll check who is on the top after this answer, guys. Sonika. Sonika followed by Queen. Okay, Queen, Neha, Mayank, Rockstar, Hemant, Watson, Mars, Manjeet, Sakura. Okay, nice. Okay, let's move to the next question, guys. Question number 2. It's coming on your screen. The question is, answer quickly. The requirement of using company seal has been dispensed with by. The right answer and the fastest answer will be on the top for the reward. Yes. Yes, Muzammil Pasha, hello. Yes, the right answer is what? Companies Amendment Act, which year? 2015. Yes. So let's see the leaderboard. Sonika again. Very nice, Sonika. Or who? Yes. No, Queen is the fastest today. Okay, in this question. So Queen followed by Sonika, Vinyasini, Mayank, Hemant, Harshita, Toxic. Oh, Sharanya, Manjeet, and Clippy. So let's move to the next question, guys. Question number 3. Are you ready? Yes. Members in relation to a company means. The answer is what, guys? The subscriber to the memorandum of the company. Let's check the leaderboard. Again, Queen is on the top, followed by Mayank, Harshita, Vinyasini, Sonika, Toxic, Sharanya, Manjeet, Karthik, and Rockstar. Okay, Queen, Going good? Yes. Let's have the next question. Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited is a classic illustration of which features of the company? Very, very important question. Very important question. A landmark case. The one who have studied, they know it very well. Yes. Okay. And the answer is what, guys? Separate legal entity. And let's check the leaderboard. Who is on the top? Again, Queen is on the top, followed by Mayank, Harshita, Vinyasini, Sonika, Sharanya, Karthik, Manjeet, Mala, and Hemant. Okay. Yes. Let's have our next question, guys. As per the Companies Act 2013, a dormant company shall have minimum number of how many director in case it's a public company. I just wanted to see how many people are giving the right answer for this question. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. The answer is what, guys? Three. And the queen is again on the top, followed by Sonika, Vinyasini, Sharanya, Karthik, Mayank, Harshita, Hemant, Manjeet, and Neha. Okay, let's have the next question, guys. Which of the following is not a disadvantage of corporate form of enterprise? Read the question carefully. Let's check the leaderboard before. What is the answer? Limited liability, because they are asking about the not a disadvantage. Not a disadvantage. Okay. Yes. Again, Queen is on the top. Vinyasini, Karthik, Mayank, Sonika, Sharanya, Nalin, Harshita, Manjeet, and Hemant. Okay. Let's have the next question, guys. Which new form of types of company has been incorporated in Companies Act 2013? Fast. Very easy question. New form type of company. Yes. Yes. And what is the answer? OPC. OPC introduced in 2013 Companies Act. What is the section? Section 2, subsection 62. Yes. So, leaderboard, let us know who is on the top again. Who is on the top again? Who is on the top? Again, Queen, followed by Karthik fastest buddy, Mayank fastest, Vinyasini, Nalin, Sonika, Manjeet, Sharanya, Sebastian, Harshita. Let's have the next question. At the end, I wanted to know the name of this queen, if she will be on the top. Yes, so a company which is a subsidiary of a company not being a private company shall be deemed to be important and a tricky question as the point of view of your exam also. Yes, the answer is what, guys? Public company. A company which is a subsidiary of company not being a private company shall be deemed to be a public company. So after this answer, who is on the top leaderboard? Okay, Karthik, congratulations. Okay, Karthik, followed by Queen, Vinyasini, Mayank, Sonika, Sebastian, Nalin, Hema, Manjeet, Sharanya. Okay, yes. Let's have the next question, guys. A company that owns substantial share in another company to control management and operation by influencing its board of director is known as which company? Okay, so it is a holding company. Let's check the leaderboard, guys. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, Karthik again on the top. Karthik followed by Queen, Vinyasini, Mayank, Sonika, Sebastian, Nalin, Sharanya, Toxic, Rockstar. Yes. Second last question. Let's start the quiz. The case Salomon again versus Salomon and Company Limited. Which characteristics or feature? Yes, yes, everyone. Very, very important landmark case. And the answer is corporate personality. Yes, let's check the leaderboard. Okay, okay. So in this question, the queen is on the top, fastest, followed by Vinyasini, Karthik, Mayank, Sonika, Sharanya, Rockstar, Sebastian, Nalin, and Harshita. Last question of today's quiz. Okay. And the answer is how many director? Two director. Let's check the leaderboard, guys. Who is on the top and winner of today's reward? Queen. Queen is on the top. Mostly given all the answer, fastest answer. Queen, you can write your name in the chat box. And you are winning this book, that is, yes, Think and Grow Rich. Okay, it is about there. You will learn here 13 principles which will help you to achieve financial wealth and success, guys. Okay. Yes, Queen, congratulations. And with this, I am closing this today's lectures. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience listening, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.